Okay, so today we're going to talk about a massive global problem, the absolutely crippling costs of food production. But we're also going to look at a solution that is, well, it's tiny. This is a story about a little unsung hero that could honestly change the lives of millions of farmers and help make our food supply way more secure. All right, let's get into it.
So let's start with this number, 70 to 80%. Now, if you're a small-scale poultry or fish farmer, this is the percentage of your entire cost that goes to just one thing, animal feed. Just imagine that for a second. 80 cents of every single dollar you make is already spent before you even have a product to sell. I mean, that's just an impossible burden, and it's pushing farmers right to the edge. So, what's really driving this crisis? It all comes down to the crazy, soaring cost of feed. And at the very heart of that problem is one specific ingredient that's getting harder and harder to find. And that ingredient is fish meal. It's basically just dried and ground up fish. For years and years, it's been the go-to protein for animal feed. The problem is, the world's demand for it is just way bigger than the supply. It's gotten so out of hand that between 2008 and 2013, just 5 years, the price of fish meal literally doubled. And the scale of this it's just staggering. A full 14% of the entire world's fish catch doesn't even go to people's dinner plates. Nope, it gets diverted to make fish meal. I mean, that is a huge amount of pressure on our oceans, all just to feed our livestock.
And this isn't just about numbers or economics. There is a very real human cost here. For farmers, especially in places like Kenya, it means they're making less money to support their families. And for the whole community, it means the price of protein, things like meat, eggs, fish, it just skyrockets. And that leads directly to a rise in malnutrition. So, yeah, we desperately need a better, more sustainable way.
Which, of course, brings us to our solution. And it's not some new super crop or a fancy lab-grown protein. It's an insect. So, let's meet our unlikely little hero. Say hello to the black soldier fly, or BSF for short. And no, this is not the annoying fly buzzing around your kitchen. The real magic isn't even the fly itself. It's the larva. These little grubs are basically nature's ultimate recycling machines. They just devour organic waste, and as they do, they convert all of it into their own bodies, which become packed with amazing, high-quality protein and fat. And this isn't some brand new, crazy idea. I mean, chickens and fish have been eating these things in the wild since the beginning of time. It's a totally natural part of their diet. And nutritionally, they are right up there with fish meal, and they're actually even better than other options like soybean. But here is where it gets truly incredible. These larvae are so much more than just food. They have what you could call superpowers. They get rid of tons of organic waste. They naturally push out nasty disease-carrying houseflies. They even reduce harmful bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella in the waste they're eating. The stuff they leave behind is an amazing organic fertilizer. Oh, and the flies themselves? Not pests. They don't spread disease. It is a win-win-win-win. Okay, so the potential here is obviously huge. But could this actually work in the real world for the small-scale farmers who need it the most? Well, researchers in Kenya decided to find out. It was time to put these flies to the test. Their research question was actually really simple, but so important. Could you farm the local wild black soldier flies using basic, sustainable methods right there in Western Kenya? They weren't looking for a high-tech, expensive lab solution. They wanted something anyone could build in their own backyard. And the experiment itself? It was just beautifully simple. Step 1, build a few basic wooden boxes. Step 2, fill them up with different kinds of local organic waste. Step 3, literally just wait. Just wait for the wild flies in the area to show up and do their thing.
And step 4, this is the best part, collect the larvae, which actually harvest themselves. They just crawl right out of the box when they're ready. How cool is that? So what was on the menu to bring these flies in? The researchers tried out 4 different things that were super easy to find locally. They used mashed up maize grains, some leftover fish remains, general veggie and fruit scraps from the market, and finally, some animal manure. And they did not have to wait long. In just 5 days, the first wild black soldier fly showed up. By day 23, the system was already working. The first batch of mature larvae started crawling out into the collection buckets. After that, the team just spent the next 6 months collecting and weighing the harvest. So, after 6 months of this super low-tech, self-running system, what did they actually get? Well, the payoff was nothing short of amazing. Okay, first, let's just talk about the quantity. Over those 6 months, that one simple box filled with mashed maize grains produced over 17 kilograms, that's almost 40 pounds, of larvae. The vegetable waste did great too. And what's really fascinating is that the plant-based waste actually did better than the animal-based ones. The bottom line, the system flat out worked. But okay, quantity is one thing. What about the quality? Well, this nutritional showdown is pretty eye-opening. Take a look at the protein. At almost 40%, the BSF larvae are a serious contender against fish meal. But the real shocker is the fat content. Over 32%. That is pure energy for livestock, something fish meal barely has at all. So you're not just getting protein, you're getting this incredible, balanced nutritional package. So the final verdict was crystal clear. It works. It absolutely works. With just a few wooden boxes and some local garbage, the researchers prove that you can create a steady, major supply of top-notch animal feed. So let's bring this all the way back to those farmers we started with. Why does this matter so much? Because it's a solution they can actually use. It's low cost, because it literally runs on trash. It's low labor. The product harvests itself. It's sustainable. It turns a problem, waste, into a solution, protein. And the most important thing of all, it's accessible. This is a technology that anyone, anywhere can adopt. You know, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a common, everyday fly can hold the key to a global food crisis, what other powerful, elegant, natural solutions to our biggest problems are we just totally overlooking? Maybe, just maybe, they're right here in our own backyards.